Hello and welcome back to Broken Sword, Shadow of the Templars. We're in Ireland, dealing with a goat right now, I guess. Goat, there we go. Okay, so let's have another run through all the things I have available to me and what I can do with them and so on. Alright, so we've got this guy here. He doesn't have any conversation
McGuire.
for us.
What do you want to know?
See you later, kid.
Okay, we've got this.
I took hold of the grating and... It wasn't my nerve.
Alright, don't think we can really do anything with anything else here. So let's go inside and talk to the people again, just make sure we've... Just got the fiddler, he doesn't seem to want to talk. We've got this guy over here, whose nephew has been kidnapped.
Hello? What now?
This is the gem that...
And that
Did I show...
indeed you...
Yeah, he doesn't want to talk about anything
About
really.
this...
You sure?
No.
I got... Excuse me, miss... Hello there.
Same for
Oh,
him,
nothing.
pretty much.
Hey. Hello there again, miss... Do you recognize this gem? Yes. Bye for now.
And the barman
Excuse me?
said he wants
Yes,
me to
sir?
fix the pump, but he doesn't bring it up anymore, so maybe he doesn't, I don't know.
Does this...
Phew.
Does this tissue...
That's...
Uh-huh.
Well, what's the idea of waving? You're worse than...
Check out my car.
I've seen it, for heaven's...
Yeah, he doesn't
Thanks.
seem to... And there's this...
I was about to reach for the pump when a rash move like that...
No, I don't know. I don't think he really wants us to fix the pump. I'm not sure. We got Ron over here.
Hello again. What?
He keeps sneezing, but...
Could you use this...
I could, but it would...
Maybe he wants a wet towel?
What is this?
Well,
Do you reckon?
no.
I don't know.
I'll see you later.
Alright. Then we got this room over here. The only thing we have here really is the tap.
I looked among the cleaning material. It was a calendar with a faded photograph of...
Yeah.
It was a couple of paper sacks. I tried to...
Okay, and then we got this sink. No,
It was a rusty faucet.
wait. Can we maybe...
The slow drip of water barely dampened the towel.
Alright, whatever.
The faucet creaked. It was a rusty faucet.
So we can wet the towel. Still don't really understand why we'd want to do that.
No. I held the towel under the faucet and soaked it with water.
Now we have a wet towel.
Hello again. What? Could you use this towel?
Aye.
Nobody
you
recognizes that it's
later.
wet, so... Whatever. Okay, so we got the wet towel. We can take it to the goat, but I don't know what use that is. I mean, okay, this is weird. We can rinse the towel over this hole. See, why wouldn't you be able to use the torch on the hole? That makes sense. To be, you can use this. Throw a red nose down there? I don't know. Right, so for some reason we can do this.
Water trickled down the drain, but I couldn't see that I'd achieved anything.
What?
I took hold of the grating.
Okay, I mean, the only other thing I can think of is take the towel to the goat, for whatever reason. Let's just get a fresh wetness on our towel.
I held the towel.
Now we have a wet towel. Okay. Now what? Can't use the towel on the goat.
The towel was soaked.
Can't use it on the trough. It's not even actionable.
The goat's movements were restricted by a... The towel was soaked...
Can we use it on the... Can we rust the halter? Can't even...
It was a rusted piece of iron. Maybe... The towel was so...
Towel is still wet, but we can't get over there.
It was a rusted piece of iron. Maybe... Hey, Billy. The goat responded with a cool...
Can't use anything on him. Handkerchief. Combine any of these items? I'm pretty sure I've tried everything by now.
Maybe not. Uh...
What's with these sacks here?
It was a rusted...
No idea. I don't see any things we can interact with. Just the goat. That thing there, which we can't actually get
It was
close
a
to.
rusted...
In theory, this thing is what he's tied to, but we can't interact with it. It's not like... am I gonna have to look up a hint? The first hint of the game? What would make sense? What would we want? I think we want to somehow untie him. Or get him tied to this post here.
The top of a ladder rose out of the squarely dug hole.
What have we... And in the bar, what have we got? Nothing really. We've got the... towel, which we can rinse water into the vent. What on earth is that for? I don't know. Alright. I think it's time to look up a hint. To UHS hints. Broken sword. Okay. Ireland. Alright. We've got the gem. We've got as far as the goat. Okay. The goat won't let me down inside the castle. Alright, first hint. This puzzle has been made a lot easier in the new director's cut. In the original version, the puzzle was considered one of the trickiest and most annoying. That's... okay. Well, that's the first hint, but that doesn't tell me anything, so... second hint. Hang on, this is hints for the director's cut. So is this actually gonna be applicable? Let's see if we can find the original game. Ah, Circle of Blood? Okay, apparently that's another name for Shadow of Templars. This is the one we want. Okay, not the director's cut. What can I do about this goat? Alright, hint 1. Did you notice the rope tied around his neck? Yes, I did. I did notice it. Next hint, please. Shorten his lead line. What? Well, I mean, I had the idea of... See, I have been looking at the rope, but I don't see it getting tangled on anything. If I go there... Do I want him to get his rope tangled on his own horns? But I literally have two options. I go right or I go left. I can't see what's going on with the rope. It looks like... No, it's not getting hooked onto anything. Do I need to create a hook? What if I just go left, right, left, right, left, right? I tried this before. It would be nice if we can get the rope onto that thing. But we can't go that far there. God, no, I mean, I've gone down this path before. Let's look up another hint then. Next hint. Get it tangled up in the plow. I can't get to the plow.
It was a rusted piece of iron.
By the time I get up, I can't...
It was a rusted...
No. I mean, I had that idea as well, but... You don't have the... You can't use any objects with the plow. Gotta look up another hint. This is not... Make him push you down near the stairs. Make him push you down near the stairs. Okay. I mean, I've done that a million times. How is that a hint? Don't get it. Right, final hint. Click on the plow. What? What, while I'm knocked down? Why is that? What?
The rope by which the goat was tethered had become tangled on the old plowshare.
But I tried that, but when I was lying down here on the left. Because it's closer. That made it, that I figured, okay, maybe I can get up from there to get to the plow. So what? They're saying that only if you've fallen down on the right, you can run to the plow before he attacks, and not from the left? Alright, it's certainly illogical. I wouldn't say it's actually hard if I had just tried every combination of clicking on the plow from where I could be standing. But yeah, that doesn't make sense to me because you're closer if you've fallen down on the left. Well, I had to resort to a hint for that, but I probably would have figured it out eventually if I just tried every combination of falling down and clicking on things, but that's bizarre. What? I can't even understand what their logic was, because it's a further distance, isn't it? From here to the plow. So why? Don't get it.
The bench had probably been used. The only object on the table which interested. As I dipped my fingers into the soft white powder, I realized what it was.
Explosive?
Plaster of Paris. I'd used it in kindergarten to make casts of animal paw prints. I reached into the sack. The only... It was a handful of plaster left in the castle by Pegram's archaeology team.
Ooh, I think we want to mix it with the water, make plaster, something like that.
I tried in vain to move the panel. Behind the altar was a carved panel decorated with animals, birds, and plants. There was a pattern of 5 holes arranged on the wall. They'd been drilled there deliberately. I placed my fingers and thumb The only
Okay. Maybe we can turn this plaster into actual plaster. With some water.
Hey, Billy. The goat responded with a cool and penetrating.
Can we... I feel bad for
No
him now.
way was I going near that old goat. It was a rusted
Whatever. Alright, something to do with this towel, the water, the plaster. I mean, the thing about the goat puzzle, although it's completely bizarre, there's literally only one thing you have to do. So, I assumed it was going to be you need to do lots of contrived actions in a certain sequence in order to beat the goat. But actually, you literally just have to be in one spot and click in one spot. That's it. It's just, there's no real indication of what spot that is.
I held the top. That is not.
Why not?
It was a handful of plaster left in the.
I was hoping we could mix the two.
Water trickled down the drain.
Damn it. Now what?
Hey, McGuire.
What do you want?
Do you know what this white powder is?
No?
What do you make of it?
Hey,
That.
you're...
See you later.
Okay.
Talk to everyone about the powder then? Oh no, I'm stuck again.
Hello. What now?
Do you recognize this?
Seems odd.
Do you have?
I suppose
I gotta go. Hello?
What?
I gotta go. Hello?
What now?
Stop talking to him. I'm
I
clicking.
gotta go.
Can we make a cast of the diamond?
No. Hey. Hello there again, mister. Do you recognize? No, why? Bye for now. Excuse me.
Yes, sir.
Does this?
I knew it. The minute you opened the door, I knew you spelled trouble.
Now, just a minute.
It might be what you're used to in New York, but we don't use that stuff here.
What do you
Hey,
use?
it's plaster. I found it in the castle. Does this?
I'm not...
Thanks. Hello again.
What?
What do you make of this?
Ah! Hay fever!
You could make use of it.
Never use them.
What do you make?
Ah! Hay fever!
What do you make of?
Ah! Hay fever!
Oh, I see. His cup is moving every time he sneezes.
I'll see you later.
Are we trying to get him to sneeze his cup off the end?
Hello again.
No, stop putting your cup back.
What?
What do you make?
Ah! Hay fever!
I'd been taught not to judge people. Nobody ever said.
What the heck? You can't actually interact with a carp.
Hello again.
What?
Could you use the?
I...
What does this red?
Nothing.
Do you read?
I...
Did I?
Yes?
What is this?
Well,
Do you recognize?
no.
Take a look at.
I don't know.
I don't know. Do we want to make him sneeze until that cup falls off? I find it strange, the animation. Yeah, every time he sneezes, he pulls that cup back.
What is this mat?
Nothing.
Hey, would you like? You could.
Never use them. Ah! Hay fever!
I'll see you later. It was a handful of plaster left in the castle by Peagram's archaeology team.
Hello? Cool.
Nico?
Who is it?
It's me. Are you okay?
Yes,
Well,
yeah. Any signs of
yeah.
what?
He came back.
Oh, you.
Relax. It was a large... Hmm. 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 It was Nico's photograph. Touching the glass washer, I looked at the... It was Nico's photo.
Oh my god. Can we... Okay, turn the...
I shut off the faucet. The faucet creaked.
It's just a handful.
I held the towel under the faucet.
I don't know. Should we bring the towel to the underground dig site? I mean, what can we use it for there? Poor goat.
I reached into... The towel was so... The towel was... I placed my finger... The towel had dried...
Goodness sake.
I tried in vain. Behind the altar was a carved panel decorated with... The bench had probably... The only object on the... The bench had...
Ugh. I don't know. But do we have what we need to deal with the drains now? I don't know why we care about the drain. We got what fell down the basement grating.
It was impossible to...
I would have thought I could put plaster down there or something. I don't know.
I considered tying the towel to the grating.
I'm stuck again. It seems like the sneezy guy... Something's going on there. No, but look, he sneezes twice, and when the cup is forward, he sneezes again and it doesn't move. So I don't think we're doing anything there.
He wasn't listening.
Damn it. Do I look up another hint? I mean, okay, what have I got in that new room? We got the plaster, then there's two things on the wall we can't do anything with. God, am I just gonna have to look up another hint so soon after the last one? But I'm pretty sure I'm a dead end here. I mean, what does this... We've got powder now. What am I supposed to... Whatever. Let's have a look. How can I get the door to open? Once the statue fell over, did you try lifting it up again? What? What statue? Damn it. Let's go back there. No statue fell over. Am I supposed to knock a statue over? There is a statue there, but I looked at it before, but there was no... It doesn't fall over. What is that? That's practically invisible.
The statue was too heavy to lift. It overbalanced into the sand.
That was practically invisible, come on. If I had a bigger resolution, I could have...
As I swung the stone upright, I noticed it had left a pattern of holes in the sand.
Oh, I know where this is going.
I sprinkled the plaster on the sand until the hole...
Now we need water.
I smoothed the plaster level with the sand. I smoothed...
Okay, now we need water. Go and get the water then. Alright, that wasn't a case of... that statue is so hard to see. But my fault, I should have done the thing where you move your mouse in every possible pixel. I was doing that though. I just missed that pixel down there. I feel dumb doing that with my mouse, but you kind of have to. Oh, didn't really need to look up a hint there, but yeah, I did not see that statue. So bring the towel with water. If only there were a way to transport water more efficiently than dunking a towel and running around with a wet towel.
I held the...
Alright, now wet the plaster.
The trickle of water was quickly absorbed by the plaster.
So the drain was like a red herring, basically.
I eased the solid piece of plaster from the underneath. It had...
I'm sure if we tried hard enough, we could have picked up the statue.
The hardened plaster cast fitted snugly into the 5 matching sockets. There was...
Wait, before we do anything, let's save. Could die. Oh yeah, got a torch.
So, where did you stay last night?
At McDevitt's. I got to drinking with Doyle and a couple of the guys.
That explains why you look so ill today.
Was that
Did you get any sleep at
the
all?
end of that cutscene?
Not much.
What?
I had to share the room with another guy.
Did he snore?
Hardly. He was dead. Then Leary woke me in the middle of the night to help bail out the cellar.
The cellar was flooded?
Oh, I left the
Yeah,
tap on.
some idiot had left the faucet running.
I was about to
And you
say,
P. Graham has disappeared?
I should probably turn the tap
Without
off or I
a
might
trace.
flood the
But
basement.
my visit
And that
wasn't a
literally
complete
happened.
Waste of time.
P. Graham's gem?
The Templars gem. Whoever Jacques Marquet is, he's in for a disappointment.
Jacques Marquet?
He's the guy who should have collected the gem from Fitzgerald.
What are your plans?
I want to find out who, what, or where Montfaucon was. All I've got to go by is the name and a picture of a hanged man.
Let's take another look at the manuscript. That's the gem that Pegram found in Lochmarn. That's the tripod in the Crew Museum. There's a woman looking at her reflection in a mirror, but the reflection has 3 hideous... The Night Scroll bears a phrase, through my teachings. There's a guy working on a loom. There's a guy with a... Between them is a gem supported by a tripod.
Okay.
Do you want to look after the gem?
No, George. I'd be too tempted to sell it.
Look, Nico, a handful of plaster.
Yeah. Why is it that men never really grow up?
What's your problem, sister?
Your pockets stuffed with useless junk like little boys.
You never know when useless junk might come in handy.
We still have the bloody tissue. That's not bloody. Oh, we got this thing still? Why?
This is the tool I used to get into the sewers.
Fascinating, George.
It was...
You're not interested, are you?
Oh, of course I am. I think it was very brave of you to go down those sewers.
Yeah?
But we stuck it in the wall. Why do we still have this?
I found this in the...
What?
I...
Never.
Okay.
Did I show you this map?
Huh?
Do you want this?
No.
I showed...
Yes, you...
Alright, she has nothing else to say about anything.
Hey, Nico.
Not?
I can't sit here all day.
Okay. Don't forget to look for... And why don't you see if Rosso has heard any...
Okay. Anything? Shopping, a trip to the...
Just take...
Okay. Maybe the museum guy is actually there now? Does this lady have anything new to say?
Oh, hi.
Hello, my handsome friend.
Does this powder mean anything to you?
No, it doesn't.
What do you make of this gem?
Very nice, chérie. A present for your girlfriend?
She's not my girlfriend.
Nonsense. You and her were made for each other.
Sure.
See you later.
That
Who's Rosso again? Can we fly somewhere new? So what was the... who's that?
I beg your pardon. Are you André Lobineau?
That's me. You want my autograph?
No, I was told you may be able to help me.
Help?
My name is George Stobart. I'd like your professional opinion.
Well, okay, shoot.
What do you make of this?
It's the biggest gemstone I've ever seen. Where did you get it?
From Professor Pegram's messenger boy.
Pegram? Professor Nigel Pegram? He's in Ireland, investigating a Templar site, isn't he?
He was, until he disappeared.
Did Pegram find this on his dig?
Yeah, the site where this was found was a Templar castle. Do you think it could be part of the Templar treasure?
No, I shouldn't think so. You're not one of those crazies who think the Templars still exist, are you?
I don't know what to believe.
Well, I try to keep an open mind on the matter. Do you know Pegram well?
Not really. I met him at a conference. I would have liked to talk to him in depth, but I didn't have time.
When was this?
Oh, back in the summer, July, I think.
The second week of July?
Maybe. Yes, it was, just before Bastille Day.
So Pegram was in Paris at the same time as the other victims.
Pardon? Victims of what?
Nothing. Just thinking aloud.
Okay.
What do you make of this?
Nothing.
I'd like to shake you by the hand, Andre.
Not now, Georgie.
Oh.
Does the guy in this photograph look familiar to you?
No.
Alright, I'll ask him about this stuff.
Does the name Montfaucon mean anything to you?
Sure. It was the most grisly spectacle in Paris until the Revolution.
A public toilet?
Montfaucon was the place of execution for many thousands. A dark temple of death, with row upon row of arches, each one framing a grim exhibit. Scores of rotting corpses swung on creaking rope, while the crows devoured their flesh.
That explains the image of the hanged man. I found a reference to Montfaucon in Ireland, in a village called Lochmarn. Where was the site of Montfaucon?
To the northeast, near the Canal Saint-Martin, but there's nothing there now. The old gibbet was torn down during the Revolution.
What can you tell me about Philippe le Bel?
He was responsible for the extermination of the Knights Templar.
I know that, but why was Philip so hot to get rid of them?
Mostly because he wanted to get his hands on their treasure. He had an enormous debt and a lifelong war with England to fund. The trouble was, the Templars were a highly respected holy order.
If the Templars were so powerful, how did this Philippe dude wipe them out?
By underhanded, dishonorable means, of course. The Pope was Clement V, a Frenchman.
French, huh? Handy for Philippe.
Fate had nothing to do with it. He was Philippe's puppet, planted to further his political ambitions. Philippe wanted the wealth of the Templars and used Clermont to get it.
So what was Philippe's plan? What happened?
Sealed orders were sent out all over France, not to be opened until the appointed day. That day was Friday, July 13th. That's the origin of our superstition regarding that date. At dawn, throughout the whole of France, the Templars were arrested. It was the biggest bust in the history of the world.
What happened to the Templars after their arrest?
Philippe was out for blood, so he handed the Templars over to the Inquisition. Not surprisingly, they confessed to a sensational and sordid list of blasphemies.
Like what?
Oh, the sort of things you read about in the gutter press. Devil worship, lewd sexual practices, spitting on the Holy Cross, that kind of thing.
Well, that must have given their lawyers some headaches.
Whether or not the accusations were true, this was not good publicity. Most of the charges were probably cooked up, but so were the Templars, literally. Hundreds of them were found guilty of heresy and flamed grilled at the stake. They died protesting their innocence.
Mm-hmm.
But surely Philippe had no proof of his charges against the Templars.
A man will admit anything under torture. The Inquisition
It's true.
fabricated some nonsensical demon called Baphomet, and then suggested to their victims that this was what they worshipped.
But they didn't have to agree.
The records show a Templar coming to trial with both feet burnt off. Fragments of flesh and charred bone falling from the stumps. What would you not admit to stop such torment?
So there was no truth at all in the Baphomet accusations?
Not a shred. Almost every victim described the idol differently. No, Baphomet never existed outside the sick minds of the Inquisitors.
So Philippe stole the Templars' riches, huh?
Oh no, they weren't stupid. The king's troops marched first on the temple in Paris, then to the Templar home port at La Rochelle. There was no trace of the treasure, and the fleet of the Knights Templar had set sail.
I'd like your opinion on a medieval manuscript.
Vraiment? Do you have it with you?
No, it's too fragile. And besides, there are certain people who'd stop at nothing to get their hands on it.
Intriguing. Do you have a copy of the text?
There isn't much, only a few Latin phrases. I was kind of hoping you'd help decipher the pictures.
Without seeing the manuscript, that's a tall order.
Just tell me one thing. What does the image of two men riding on the same horse suggest to you?
The Knights Templar. Does the Templar seal appear on this manuscript? I'd love to see that for myself.
Just come to the apartment then.
Can you tell me anything about the Knights Templar?
I sure can, Georgie. Soldiers, diplomats, mercenaries, monks, bankers, you name it, the Templars fit the bill. The greatest fighting force in Christendom, the militia of Christ.
Jeez. How did the Templars get their name?
From the building in which they set up their headquarters. The King of Jerusalem gave them part of a mosque on the Temple Mount. It was said to have been the site of the original Temple of Solomon. The order became known first as the Knights of the Temple, and later as the Knights Templar.
You're a mine of information, Andre.
Glad to be of help, Georgie.
How come the Templars became so wealthy?
There was a constant stream of new recruits to their ranks, many from noble families. They were required to swear a sacred oath of poverty, chastity, and obedience. So, their money, goods, and lands were donated to the order. The Templars soon held land in France, Scotland, England, Spain, most of Europe, in fact. The poor Knights of Christ became the wealthiest power in Christendom.
Is it true the treasure of the Knights Templar was never found?
Who knows? So little knowledge of what really happened remains. Oh, if it does, the truth has never been made public.
What do you mean by that?
The Templars have attained mythological status, like the King Arthur of the Britons. There are people even now who say the Templars still exist.
Do you think that's likely?
No, not for a minute.
The manuscript is being looked after by a friend.
In Paris?
Yeah, not far from here, in fact.
Well, just give me the address and I'll come round and take a look.
I'm not so sure about that. Maybe I should check with her first.
A female friend?
Yeah, she's a woman. Maybe it was my imagination, but I noticed a predatory look in his eye.
What?
Suddenly, this friendly historian had turned into the big bad wolf. This friend who has the manuscript,
Oui, the anonymous girlfriend.
she lives at 361 Rue Jarry.
Ah, I know it well. I'll drop by
Do you know that
just as soon as
address?
I can.
Thanks for your help on.
You're welcome.
I'm a bit worried that maybe some crooks have overheard us and they're going to steal the manuscripts or something. Alright, well, I guess if I go there now, we'll probably meet him there.
Hey, Nico.
Where is he?
Oh, hi. I didn't expect you back so soon.
Have you found out any more about the Knights Templar?
Yes, I have. The guy responsible for the downfall was Philippe IV, the King of France, otherwise known as Philippe le Bel.
I've heard of him.
Well, he is known to history as Philippe the Fair, but I doubt if the Templars called him that. I'm sure André will tell you all about him.
I'll see you again soon.
Where's...
Okay.
Well, the guy from the museum said he was coming here, so... What? Is he coming then? How do we... go... Shall I go back to the museum? Where else can I go? I can go back to the cafe. Oh, I can go to Montfaucon. Well, I might as well go there.
A typically Parisian sidewalk cafe. Last time I visited one of those, it blew up. I
Yeah.
decided I was happy enough right where I was. A typically I decided... I once read a list of low-stress jobs. It didn't include police work. Obviously, this guy hadn't read... Excuse me, officer.
And how may I help you?
Shouldn't you be off directing traffic or something?
You have seen the Parisian traffic, no?
Yeah, so?
I could direct the traffic. The most dangerous, the east side of Rome. Or I can sit here and enjoy the sun, the architecture, and the Sauvignon.
You getting paid?
Which would you choose?
Yeah, but I'm not a policeman. What happened to duty?
An
Duty.
excellent question, monsieur.
Okay.
What do you know about the Knights Templar?
Les Templiers. Only that they were excommunicated in 1312 and hanged in their dozens within this very square.
Boy,
What they teach in the police academy these days.
No, monsieur. I read it on that board over there.
Would you like to shake? I stopped myself barely in time. Electrocuting a cop would not have been... They'd rebuild the Bastille just so they could throw me in and throw away...
Hey, would you like some cocaine?
Do you know what this is?
Aha! You Americans with your notorious nose candy. I read Hollywood Wives.
If you tried to sniff this stuff, it's plaster of...
It is. For one awful moment. Alors,
Look at this gem.
cut glass.
No, it's not. It's...
What kind of madman would...
So, either it's... I didn't like to think about that. Have you seen this man before?
No.
I believe him to be an international assassin.
Oh.
Is that all you can say? Oh.
I did wonder if I should say that I believe you to... But it didn't...
Does this match...
The pattern looks beyond that.
Alright, I think.
I'll see you around.
We must...
More sewer diving.
In French, English, and German, it read, in 1312, Pope Clement V dissolved the knightly order of the Templars and excommunicated its members on charges of heresy. In the following 2 years, many of the knights were hanged on this site. Their Grand Master, Jacques de Molay, was burnt at the stake on an island in the Seine. An architectural echo of the gallows. In the middle of the square was a... I wondered if there might be...
We're gonna do this again.
Hey! Hey, you! What do you think you are doing?
Thought you don't want to do police work.
Leave that cover alone. Now.
But I need to take a piss.
Sorry, no harm in...
You stay.
There was no water to frolic about in, and the leaf mold that was collecting there just wasn't the same somehow.
Alright, let's have a save as well.
I didn't have time to sit around. A row of old pews, beautifully carved and glowing with polish. I thought of all the people who must have sat here over the decades. All those Parisian derrieres, firm buttocks of the young ladies, the flabby flesh of the old men. That wasn't a pleasing image, so I went back to the young ladies.
Why are you thinking about that?
Whoa!
Do you mean, what the? What?
Waiting in prayer for a knight's tomb, his effigy in marble lying in perpetual state. Biblical references engraved into the tomb edge to guide his way to the next world. I guess. I didn't recognize the biblical story in it. I was a Sunday school dropout. A huge stained glass window formed a magnificent centerpiece for its neighbors. Carrying all that armor around must have been hard work. A stone knight lay in full stone armor, blank. I wondered if this guy had died in combat.
Okay.
The statue had any secrets. It was concealing them pretty well. A statue of a knight holding a staff and a scroll.
And there was something over here as well.
I didn't have time to sit. A roll of old, all the firm, that. Whoa!
What the? Do I want to move the statue or something? Configure it? Put a red nose on him? Okay.
I didn't have time.
Can you move the pews? No. Right. What's the gear icon here for? That's just to go there? What? Okay. Strange.
Fixed to the wall was a sign.
Can we get the policeman to turn around? Go do some police work or something?
Hello again.
Hello?
Does this...
Very...
It is?
No.
Take a look at this.
My TV has been acting...
I doubt. Do you know what this is?
It's a...
Does it mean...
Do you belong to some...
What do you make of this grease paint stained tissue?
Delightful. Would you like...
Hell no.
Then, please.
I'll see you around.
We...
In the middle of the square was a manhole. I wondered if there might be something relevant beneath street level. I once read a list. It didn't, obviously.
Can we maybe go to the police station and get him pulled to do some actual work? Can we fly somewhere? No, okay. The police office is still accessible. That's interesting.
Excuse me.
Monsieur,
That's correct.
the retention of such... That is our crime.
Yes. Have you heard of a man called Marquet?
Yes. He used to be known as the Mole of Montmartre. I heard he's been hospitalized, probably by one of his rivals.
Which hospital was Marquet taken to?
The Hagenmeyer Clinic, in the Avenue des Hérissons.
Why was Marquet known as the Mole of Montmartre?
Because he lived in Montmartre, I suppose.
Yeah, but why the mole?
I don't know. Maybe he ruined people's lawns.
Makes sense.
I'd like to report an assault.
Yes, monsieur?
I'm the
I see.
Oh, we asked this
outside.
before.
They stopped.
Could you just...
One look. Their names.
Oh,
What are you going to do?
I'm going to bust. For years I have been... Now's my chance.
Thanks, Sergeant.
I'm only doing...
Do you know a man named Khan? He's a shifty-looking guy with a scar on his left cheek.
No, monsieur. Has this man any connection with the bombing of the cafe?
Yes. I believe Khan was the name he used when he hired the clown costume. Is Rosso here?
Yes, he is. You wish to speak to him?
Yes, I do.
One moment.
Okay. Probably can progress something with
monsieur to see you,
Rosso.
monsieur.
Did he say what it was about?
No, monsieur.
Very well.
Hi, Inspector. Remember me?
But of course, Mr. Stobbard. My mind is a well-ordered, a mental classification system. No tricks, mark you, monsieur. Just as our muscles waste through... There is no need. If only people
Oh
would...
my god,
He
shut
was
up.
trying to impress me. He was pompous and patronizing.
Eh bien, if you called about... Investigations have been closed.
But
I have been taken off the case.
what about the murderer, the dead guy?
It is out of my hands.
Oh, we got a lot to talk about here.
Ever heard of a guy called Marquet? Jacques Marquet?
Marquet. I know the name well. He has a record for suspected blackmail, kidnapping, arson, and art theft.
An all-rounder, huh? How come he's on the loose?
His bravado is matched only by the courtroom skills of his attorney.
Have you heard of the Knights Templar?
Les Templiers. But of course, monsieur, their fame is widespread throughout France. We haven't forgotten them, unlike the rest of Europe.
It was the King of France who persecuted them, though.
Indeed.
That shook his cool. Underneath his cultured facade, You're obviously a great admirer of the Knights Templar.
They were men of great honor, monsieur. The flower of chivalry.
Not everyone would share your views, Inspector.
Not everyone shares my passion for Bartok.
But if the Templars were as honorable as...
That's enough. I do not wish to hear your uninformed opinions, Stobbard.
Why do you get so wound up about the Knights Templar? They've been dead for centuries. I shouldn't have pushed my luck. Maybe his ancestors were Templars. Whatever. I saw the anger flare in his eyes like a distant summer thunderstorm.
The Templars were the first true internationalists. 800 years on, and still the world is fragmented by nationalistic flag-waving fools. You will excuse me.
But I have more dialogue options.
Excuse me,
What do you...
is Rosso...
Yes, he is.
Yes, I do.
One more. It's...
Thank you, Moo. What now?
Have you heard of Professor Pegram, the archaeologist?
Molly Pegram, the second son of Lord Barclay Pegram.
I don't know. I only read about him in a magazine.
So much for the efficacy of rehabilitation. What has he done this time?
He made an important archaeological find in Ireland. Do you know Pegram well?
I have connections with the family, but I wouldn't say I knew him at all.
Is his name really Molly?
Of course not. That was the nickname he was given at school. All his friends and acquaintances know him as Molly.
Don't you want to know what I found out about the killer?
I told you, monsieur, the case is closed. I have washed my hands of the...
Then I'll have to continue my...
No. You go back to being an ordinary...
Do you know a pair of thugs?
I have known those two since they graduated. Flap is a nasty piece of work. Where did you hear of...
I met them out front of... Did you find out the ID of the guy who was killed in the explosion?
I already knew who he was.
I heard
Have
that
you
the
told
bomb
his
victim's
family?
name was Plantar.
Your sources are reliable.
He was a big shot at the Treasury, wasn't he? Maybe that's why you've been taken off the case.
I'm sorry, monsieur. I cannot comment.
What was that psycho-detective business you did in the cafe?
It is my theory that the passions evoked in violent crimes create
Oh,
ripples
God,
in
here
the
we go.
ether, invisible to all but the possessor of a highly developed and receptive mind.
I'm impressed. Can you bend spoons, too?
I didn't think a man of your obvious intelligence would stoop to mockery.
I'm not mocking. I used to get ignored at parties.
Really? What was it called?
Hypnotism for fun and profit. He looked at me as if I'd farted at a funeral.
The power of mesmerism is a rare...
You're not going to try any of that psychic interrogation on me, are you?
Do you find the thought of my probing distasteful?
Let's just
Probing?
say I'd rather you didn't. I've got more doubts than doubting Thomas when it comes to mysticism.
Too bad. I think...
The day I let anyone mess with...
Okay.
What do you make of this, Inspector?
Astounding. Where did you come by a stone like that?
I was given it by a man in a bar in Ireland. Do you recognize the gem?
It is unfamiliar to me. If such a jewel had been stolen, I would know it for sure.
What do you make of this?
It is...
What do you make of this white...
It is...
Say. I found...
It would have been...
Would you...
Please, the palm...
Does this match...
No, monsieur. God only... He claimed...
Did I ask him about the matchbook?
Does the name Thomas Merlin mean...
No, monsieur.
It's another one of the assumed names you...
Ah!
Yeah. You might have forgotten all about... Do you recognize...
No.
It's the fake...
The man...
The photograph was taken. He'd escaped through the sewers, leaving a...
Circumstantial...
Does this red note...
I'd imagine it means you...
You're absolute...
Okay then.
So long...
One last thing. Shall I ask Moo about the matchbook?
Excuse me.
What do you want?
Does this matchbook mean...
That's a double line. Now, that's...
Really?
I haven't seen a reinforced
We've had this
Anderson
before.
out.
It's...
In this part of... There are only 3 places these are made. Time...
Does this match...
That's...
No.
Now,
Really?
I have...
It's...
In this... There are...
Okay.
See you later, Sergeant.
Alright then. I think we've got everything out of Rosso that we can. Hospital? Oh, that's where, what's his name went to.
The old building managed to retain some of its original grandeur, but the modern additions look like a baseball cap on a statue of a medieval saint. There was no sign of the crew of the ambulance. I felt a little guilty as I tried the door, like I was about to rob a grave. I gripped the handle with an involuntary tremble in my hand and pulled.
It's locked.
The door was locked.
Can we jam it? Look, who's this? Yeah, probably shouldn't mess with ambulances. Let's go through here.
Excuse me.
Yes, sir?
Is this the Hagenmeyer Clinic?
That's correct.
I thought I was in a garden center.
Oh, the plans. They were my idea. A little greenery to evoke the spirit of nature. How may I help you?
Has Marquet been visited by a man in a clown costume?
Oh, no.
You haven't seen a man in disguise?
Well, there's Theodore the Bear. He comes every Thursday to entertain the children. Personally, I think he scares them half to death in that crummy old bear suit. If I was stuck on my back with tubes in every orifice, he's the last person I'd want to see.
Okay.
Has Marquet had a visit from a pair of gangsters?
I should hope not. Can you describe them?
A thin guy who looks like a weasel and his friend, the gorilla.
Sounds as if they escaped from the zoo.
I'm here to see Jacques Marquet.
Oh, yes. Are you related to our client, sir?
Yeah, I'm his, long-lost brother.
Don't say long
Brother
lost.
half his age with a different name and an American accent.
Yeah, people always say that. I blame Mom. We were separated at an early age. After a mix-up in the nursery at the Oakland shopping mall.
I've never heard anything so ridiculous
That's
in all
really
my
not
life.
that ridiculous.
I guess not. So, do I get to see Marquet before the funeral?
That attitude will get you nowhere. My instructions were quite clear. So unless you can prove you're a relative or a close acquaintance...
Have you seen this man?
No, sir.
Look at this ID
So you're Merlin. Marquet's been asking for you.
for me.
Yes. He was shouting your name when they brought him in here. Now, let me see. He was on Ward B12, as I recall. Oh, he's being transferred to... Oh, dear. He's on Ward J2. That's
The morgue. Don't tell me the morgue.
Nurse Grendel's ward.
Huh?
What's so bad about Nurse Grendel?
She runs that ward like a South American prison.
Keeping a well-disciplined ward isn't a crime, is it?
Well disciplined. In the discipline and punishment stakes, she'd whip the butt off the Marquis de Sade.
What kind of hospital
Everything,
is this?
I mean, everything is done to a strict routine. 6 o'clock, alarm call. 6:10, bowel movements, and woe betide anyone who doesn't have a result.
What is this?
Those patients of hers are like Pavlova's dogs.
She sounds like a real nightmare.
And then some.
If Nurse Grendel is that bad, how come the authorities tolerate her?
She's like part of the furniture.
Oh, you mean she's been here a long time?
No.
She's just
I
kind
mean, there's not a man in this clinic who hasn't sprawled out on her.
I was beginning to get the picture. This woman was jealous, with a big
What?
green capital J.
Okay.
Is this plaster any use to you?
I'm allergic to plaster.
Okay.
I'd like to shake you by the hand.
Don't be fresh, young man.
Can you think of any...
I guess you could use it to baste a roast turkey.
Have you heard of the club?
No. The kind of place where you get little...
Huh?
Alright.
How do I find Nurse Grendel's ward?
Down the corridor on the left, turn right at the senior consultant's washroom. Right again at the executive coffee lounge. Bear left past the administrator's sauna. And turn left at the end. That's J2. And good luck.
Thanks for your help, ma'am.
You're welcome.
What's with the doctors?
Hi, my name's George Stobart.
Really? If you wish to make an appointment,
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
no, sir.
Look at this.
Yeah, when?
Alright, well, there's no point in talking to him.
Thanks for your help. Hi, my name's George.
Pleased to meet you, sir.
Call me George if you like.
Are you sure?
Yeah, that's my name.
My name's Benoit, but everyone calls me Bunny.
Bunny?
That's right. I used to have this cute habit when I was a kid.
Keep it to yourself, Benoit. Do you know anything about a patient named Marquet?
No, sir, I don't know much about any of the patients.
I've never met a doctor who admits that he's only human.
I'm only a trainee, sir. I'm sure I'll get the hang of things.
Do you know the nurse on Ward J2?
No, monsieur. This is my first day here. I can't wait to get my hands dirty. I was talking about
Keep your
taking
hands
my
clean.
first patient, of course. I didn't mean I'd get my hands dirty with a nurse.
I didn't say, and okay, whatever.
Have you ever heard of a guy named...
No, sir.
Do you know what this...
No, sir.
Shake my hand, Benoit.
I don't think that's
How come?
dermatitis.
I don't have derm...
I do.
What?
What does this tissue...
Is that a nasal?
No! Does this false...
No, it...
Alright, enough talking to him.
See you later.
Right.
What is that noise?
As I turned the corner, I saw the source of the hellish noise which echoed through the corridors. It was an industrial polishing machine with an odd-looking guy in tow.
Can you stop polishing, please?
Hello.
What's that?
I said hello.
Oh, hiya.
I'd like to talk to you for a minute.
That's what I thought you said. Don't look so down in the mouth. No matter how bad things seem, I never let life get on top of me.
Oh, yeah? What's your secret?
Why, it's easy. All you have to do is smile and whistle this little tune.
You know what? If you start whistling, I'll bust you in the teeth.
It's a deal.
Do you know a nurse called Grendel?
Sure I do.
Is she on duty today?
Yeah, end of the corridor, Ward J2.
Have you seen any unsavory characters lurking about in the corridors?
No, sir, I haven't. What's that, Mr. Shiny? You, with a friend like him,
It must be a...
he is.
Do you know where I'd find a patient called Marquet?
No,
Would Mr. Shiny be your polishing machine by any chance?
please, don't call him that. I've had Mr. Shiny for...
How come you got so attached to a polishing machine?
I asked you not to call him that. He's got a name, you know.
Yeah, Mr. Shiny. It's just that...
You think it's odd, don't you?
No,
I don't mind. The rest of the staff think I'm twisted. I heard them snorking behind my back when I gave Mr. Shiny his weekly pull through.
Whatever you've got with this metal mop foot is probably a fine and noble thing.
It is. Say, it's not every day I meet someone as crazy as me.
What do
Can
you
you
think
polish
of
this for
Sam?
me?
Oh, boy. What is it?
A priceless gemstone. Get me into Marquet's ward, and it's yours.
I don't word you.
If this gem was yours, you'd...
Don't be. There's only one.
Would you like to shake
Not until I've washed, if you don't. You can pick up all.
like nurses, right?
No, sir. And fungal infections.
What does this
You have a cold. And a side order of machine oil.
Do you recognize...
Is that damn?
No,
It sure look.
it's...
Ugh.
Do you recognize...
You should know.
I know.
People get
Sure.
the end of. She.
Alright, well, I don't think any of this is important.
See you later.
Yeah.
I wasn't in the mood for shining floors.
Hey now.
How come?
I'm responsible for the con.
The door didn't have a sign or...
So that's... like the cleaner's cupboard, okay.
There was no way I could improve on the sculpture with the janitor watching me.
He wants to improve on it?
I didn't think it would suit him somehow.
Interesting.
Maybe the face of the unaccountably happy domestic had made me unduly suspicious. I mean, I knew it was only my imagination, but the water tasted, well, peculiar. Maybe the face of the
Why? Okay. Can we...
I guess the water cooler was for the use of people lost in the corridors.
Okay.
Oui, monsieur.
Is this Ward J2?
It is, but you're not supposed to be here. We have strict rules about visiting hours.
Can't you make an exception? I've come all the way from California.
You must speak to the doctor.
I can't wait that long. What if he snuffs it?
You can't talk like that here. This is a hospital. You will have to leave.
Do you have a patient named Marquet on this ward?
Oui, monsieur. He is in the private room at the end of the ward. He has been placed in strict isolation.
You can tell me how my brother is, can't you?
Of course, monsieur. What is his name?
Jacques Marquet.
Let me see. He's satisfactory.
I was told he was dying.
Well, he is, but the doctor described his condition as satisfactory. That's quite an improvement on yesterday.
Do you know who paid for Marquet's room?
No, of course I don't.
Preferential treatment like that must cost an arm and a leg.
That's not my concern, monsieur.
Do you have any clowns on the ward?
Why, yes, we do. A professional clown.
I'll bet he lightens the place up.
Hardly. Monsieur Boissy has been in a coma for the last 3 months.
What's wrong with Boissy?
He was involved in a very nasty accident. A silly stunt involving a unicycle. His current condition is due to post-traumatic shock. It's unlikely he'll ever...
It's an ill wind that blows... Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
No.
Would you like to shake hands with me?
Well...
No, it's okay. Forget it. I didn't really want to use it on her anyway. Do you recognize this?
No, I don't.
Well, I've been carrying it around for days. My pocket's getting a little...
Yeah. Okay.
Do you know Merlin of Gruber Electronics?
No, I don't.
Okay.
Thank you, nurse.
You may come back at visiting time.
Thanks. When is...
The second Tuesday of each month.
What the heck? And go down all these other corridors. That leads there. A few minutes later. A few minutes later. Gotta try them all. No, how do I get back to... There we go. Check this corridor as well. Okay, shall I talk to the receptionist? Try and... She said... She kind of indicated that I could go visit, but...
Excuse me.
Yes, sir?
Look at this ID.
Yes, dear, you should.
Thanks for your help.
You're welcome.
The nurse said I should talk to the doctor. Is one of these guys the doctor?
Excuse me. Does the name...
No,
Do you...
no. This is the minister to the sick.
Do you recognize...
No,
Well, I don't have the option to talk to him.
May I... Does this...
no, sir.
Thanks for your... Hey, Benoit.
There's no need to shout. What do you want?
What does this...
Is that it?
No.
I don't know.
See you later.
Right.
Hello.
Oh, no.
Right. What's the problem with Nurse Grendel?
She's uptight and twisted on account of
Oh, that's too bad.
that also. By the way, sir, I wouldn't stand too close to Mr. Shiny's grease valve. If he has an emission, it'll take the shine clean. Say,
Thanks. Who broke the nurse's heart? Was it you?
oh no. Talk to a woman, I wouldn't know where to start. My analyst says
Some analyst?
not me, it's a
You shouldn't take any notice of him.
yeah.
What does this...
You have and a
See you later.
yeah.
I wasn't in the mood. It was a classic exam. I almost expected to see a...
What's this? Man, there's like 1 pixel where you could do that.
As I tugged the plug out of the socket, the polishing machine coughed, spluttered,
Hello, Wogger.
and died.
Mr. Shiny.
I needed a hint for the goat puzzle. But yeah, I got past it. That the solution didn't make any sense to me. Why can't I do anything while he's over there? Yeah, yeah, it's like... Because I did actually try falling over on the left and then clicking on the plow from there. But apparently you're supposed to fall over on the right, which is further away from the plow, and then click on the plow. Yeah, there's no logic to it whatsoever. So if I pull the plug out, I can't actually do anything. I just have to wait for him to go...
As I...
Can I not move?
Notting.
Okay, can I do stuff now? No, don't stand there. Huh. You'd have thought you could move while this is happening. Oh, you can. Quickly, quickly.
I wasn't in the mood.
What do I want to do? Stick plaster in there? Huh. Okay, so we get a brief moment in which we can do something.
It was a life-sized marble figure of a guy in robes. The sculptor had tried to give him a look of paternal authority and concern. To my mind, he looked just plain constipated. There was no way I could improve on the sculpture with the janitor watching me.
Oh, okay, so he wants to do something with this sculpture.
Maybe the face of the I mean, I knew it was only my...
Can I mix some water with the plaster? No. Okay, so what if I pull the plug out? Then we have to wait for this.
As I tugged the plug...
Take that,
He's been kicking it a lot. Is he going to break it? Alright, and then when he puts it in, we get a moment to do something.
There was no way I could...
Well, he's not watching you.
Life-size... The sculptor had tried
Okay.
Just...
Put the plaster on or something, I don't know. Damn it. Oh, we could go in the cupboard. Let's try that then. Ugh, now we have to...
As I tugged the plug out of the socket...
Okay, cupboard, quickly.
Dr. Stobart at your service.
Hey! Oh, oh no!
Okay.
Alright, we're a doctor now? I think we're still... Okay. Let's try and go into the ward now. Are doctors allowed to freely go throughout the hospital? Probably.
Good afternoon, Doctor.
Oh, hi. Is this Ward J2?
Yes, sir. The patients are ready for your inspection, Doctor.
Thank you, nurse. Well, who's first?
Monsieur Croquet in bed 2.
What's his problem?
He's been complaining of loss of consciousness. You'll need this, Doctor.
She gave me a long, narrow metal box and a stunning smile. Thanks. Hi, I'm Dr. Stobart.
Hello, Doctor.
The nurse told me you keep losing consciousness.
That's right. I've had the problem as long as I can remember. It's a real out-of-body experience. Like death, but not so conclusive.
I see. How long does it last?
Just a fraction of a second, and then I recover.
I might not have been a doctor, but I was formulating a diagnosis all the same. This guy was nuts. I know exactly what you mean. It's known in the medical field as blinking.
Is it serious?
Of course it isn't serious. It's perfectly natural.
But just think, 2 seconds every minute. Why, that's almost half an hour every day. 2 weeks out of every year spent in total darkness.
I don't have time to listen to this
Probably
baloney.
more than that.
Which bed is Marquet in?
He's round the corner, in solitary.
What's the matter with him?
I don't know, but the men who brought him in were wearing masks and rubber gloves. Hey, you're a doctor. How come you don't know?
We doctors don't know everything.
Then how come you act like you do?
Has Marquet had any visitors?
Nah, neither have I. That's the worst thing about being in. You feel like the rest of the world has abandoned you.
Well, you know how it is.
That's kind of
Life
sad.
goes on.
Thanks for those comforting words.
What is this thing?
Do you know what this piece of equipment is called?
No, I don't.
I thought about giving him an electric shock, but I just couldn't do that to a sick guy. Have you any idea?
Please.
I don't think there's really any reason to talk to him. We just need to get to Marquet.
Do you
I don't.
recognize this red nose?
Okay.
Nah.
Have you heard of a guy called...
No, Doc.
I don't know why we're talking to him. Why did the nurse give us this?
Do you know what this piece of equipment...
No.
Well, goodbye.
Thanks, Doc.
It was a device used for measuring
Oh, okay.
people's blood pressure. It was a device...
Can we not just walk over to Marquet?
Doctor,
What is it?
you haven't taken my blood pressure.
Isn't that something the nurse would do? Well, he knows how to use it.
Seems fine to me.
You're not doing it right.
Of course I am.
No, you're not. Dr. Monroe never did it like that.
I can't
Have the
take a
nurse do it.
satisfactory reading while you're excited like this. I'll come back later. Hello? Anybody home?
Who are you?
My name is Dr. Stobart, and I'm here to steer you down the rocky road to recovery.
Dr. Monroe said there was no cure for what I've got.
Your problem is you stayed in bed too long.
Are you sure you're a qualified doctor?
You better believe it. What can you tell me about Marquet?
He's the man in the private room, isn't he? That room was mine before I was tossed out like a common squatter.
Do you know what's wrong with Marquet?
They won't even say what's wrong with me. Tell me, Doctor, what's your opinion? But I've been...
3 months.
What's your impression of Nurse Grendel?
She's a very efficient young woman.
Efficient? You make her sound like a vacuum cleaner.
I've no complaints.
The woman in reception described Nurse Grendel as a monster.
Well, that's simply not true. She's quite strict, but that's her job, isn't it? You've got to have discipline in a place like this.
Okay.
I'm going to take your blood pressure. Why? I'm a doctor. I thought about giving him, but I just...
Alright,
See you later.
can we just go talk to Marquet? Marquet?
Oh, Doctor,
What now?
you didn't finish.
For goodness sake.
Okay, let's...
You don't have the first idea what you're doing, do you?
I'll come back when you've recovered your manners. It was a device used for measuring people's blood pressure.
What's up with that guy? Is he dead?
Now, I was no doctor, but this guy looked dead to me.
Okay.
The name on the chart was Boissy.
Oh. He was the clown. So why is he in the patient bed if he's dead?
The name on the chart was Boissy.
Right. Can I take his blood pressure? Okay. Oh. Can I give him a red nose if he's a clown? Alright, let's stop messing with the dead. Take his blood pressure.
Hello again. Do you know what this piece of equipment is called?
No, I don't.
Hello again. Well,
Thanks, Doc.
So that guy won't let me walk past until I take his blood pressure correctly. Can we not just have the nurse do it?
pardon me, nurse.
Oui, monsieur?
What is this device?
It's for taking the patient's blood pressure, doctor.
Okay, tell me how to do it.
Do you want this,
Device for measuring blood pressure?
yeah, do you want it back?
No, thank you.
Or can you at least tell me what to do?
Do you want this, yeah, do you...
No.
Do you know Merlin of...
No.
Thank you, nurse.
Au revoir.
He's really not going to let me walk past, is he?
You haven't finished taking my blood pressure.
Let's have a look at the,
Will you keep quiet? You're disturbing the other patients.
I'll keep quiet when you've taken my blood pressure properly.
I have to see Jacques Marquet first.
How come he gets preferential treatment? It's because he's got money.
Yes, it's because he's got money.
It's not like that. I'll come back when you've dealt with that chip on your shoulder.
Let's have a look at these cards as well.
The graph showed a steady decline in his pulse rate and an increase in his blood pressure. It kind of shook me to see this guy's life reduced to a few jagged lines.
Increase in blood pressure.
His temperature was normal, with little fluctuation either way. The name...
What?
His temperature was...
You right.
The name on the chart was Sopmarsh.
Sopmarsh.
According to the chart, this guy was called Croquet.
Croquet. Oh my god.
You haven't finished taking my blood pressure.
Will you keep quiet?
Well, if you know how
You're
to do it, then do
disturbing-
it yourself. Now I want to electrocute him.
Hi, it's me again. I thought about giving him an electric shock, but I just couldn't do that to a sick guy. I thought about, but I'm going to take your blood pressure. Why? I'm a doctor.
What do
It's
you
my
mean,
job.
why? You're the one demanding me to...
See you later. Hi, it's me. I'm going to take your... Why? I'm a doctor.
Okay, now I don't have the option to do it.
I'm going to take your blood pressure. Why? I'm a doctor.
What?
See you later.
And if I walk over here, he'll ask me to do it. But what?
You haven't finished taking my blood.
What the...
Will you keep...
Knock him out with this?
Hi, it's me. Do you know what...
I'd rather ignorance.
Does this gem...
No? Is this...
If it was... Do you recognize...
Doesn't...
No. I found it.
He's a clown, you know. You wouldn't think so to look at him now, would you?
Have you any idea?
No.
I'm going... Why? I'm a doctor.
Now he won't even let me take it. That's weird.
Do you know what...
It looks like...
How did you know that?
I'm a plasterer.
See you later.
Maybe we want to swap charts or something? I don't know. Can we leave with the blood pressure machine? Can we go ask a real doctor how we use a blood pressure machine? This guy's in training. Maybe we can test him on his
Hey,
knowledge.
Benoit.
Yes, sir?
What do you know about this piece of equipment?
It's a device for measuring blood pressure.
Thank you. Can you tell me how to use it?
What do you know about this...
It's a device...
Ugh.
See you later.
Right.
Excuse me, sir.
You must be the new boy.
Yeah, I must be.
Well, stop wandering about and make yourself useful. Bernie, come here, boy. This is Benoit, my nephew. Can I trust you to look after him?
Do your own babysitting, Gramps. Who do you think you are, anyhow?
I am Felix Hagenmeyer.
And may I say what an honor it is to meet you in person, sir. You are on my medical wall of fame. Right up there with Pasteur and Leary. I look on it as a privilege, no, an honor, to look after your nephew, sir.
He is fresh out of medical school. It will open his eyes to see a real doctor on the job.
I'll bet.
Show him around. Let him see some real suffering.
Can you teach me how to use a blood pressure
Look what
machine?
Nurse Grendel gave me, sir.
Ah, yes, very good. I'm glad to see you are carrying it with you. It reassures the public to see the medical profession using traditional archaic tools.
Okay. Well, what do they use nowadays? That's what they use.
Look what Nurse...
All right.
So long, Hagenmeyer.
He's gonna follow me now? Interesting. No, he's not.
Hey, Benoit.
There's no need to shout. What do you want?
Here, take this pressure gauge.
Thank you, sir. What do you want me to do with it?
Well, keep it safe until I think of something.
We just passed it over the reception. What? Why have I given it to him?
What does this
Is that it?
No. I was about to ask him to shake my hand when...
Can I get it back?
Follow me, Ben.
I'm right behind you, sir.
Oh, okay, he is following me. He's just glitched or something. Okay, now he's following me.
Could you take a look at the client in bed number 3 now? His name is Eric Sopmarsh.
What's his problem?
He's delirious. He just now came out of theater. He's recovering from major surgery.
I'll have him up and about before you can say, Lazarus, get out of your bed and walk.
Okay.
Hi, it's me again.
Can I just tell my assistant to...
See you later. Hey, Benoit.
Yes, sir.
Are you ready with that pressure gauge?
Primed and ready to pump, sir. What do you want me to do with it?
Pump the mat. Oh, the picture is... Okay, it's this guy.
Use it on Eric Sopmarsh.
Okay.
While he's doing that, let's just go over here.
It was a life-sized marble figure of a guy in robes. The sculptor had tried to give him a look of paternal authority and concern. To my mind, he looked just plain constipated.
I have a fair few marble sculptures in this hospital.
I'm Dr. Stobart.
Bonjour, docteur.
Have you heard of a guy called Marquet?
He's in quarantine, doc, right behind this here door.
Marquet is just the man I wanted to see.
I wouldn't go in there if I was you. He has anthrax.
Okay. That's not good. Are we going to use this handkerchief as a mask?
I have to visit my patient.
What for?
Routine. I have to check he's still breathing.
What if he's not?
I'll sign the certificate and register his bed as vacant.
That's a cold and distant attitude to death.
Oh.
Well, I've been institutionalized
What do you expect me to do
the
if he's
point of
dead?
godlike aloofness.
The white coat suits you.
Thanks. Have you seen any suspicious characters on the ward?
Yeah, I have.
A gorilla and a weasel?
No, this was a tatty old bear.
How was the bear acting suspiciously?
Well, he was wearing a homburg.
Is that against the law?
No, but it's
What's an
pretty
homburg?
weird for a bear.
Don't you think it's possible that the bear was a man in disguise?
Well, obviously, I'm not completely stupid. But who would go to the bother of disguising himself as a bear?
Scarface
It's not
has
as
been
if
here.
It'd blend in with the surroundings. I checked with base to see if any bears had been reported missing from the zoo or a traveling circus. They told me to sit tight until reinforcements arrive. I guess they're right. I'd be stupid to tackle a bear single-handed.
Would you like to shake hands?
What for?
As a gesture of goodwill.
On reflection, no.
Okay.
Catch you later.
Au revoir. If you see that bear, kick him in the nuts.
Alright. I will. So, wait. Just in case he really does have anthrax and we die or something. Let's save.
Rather you than me, pal.
Marquet?
Yes, I am Marquet. I've been expecting you.
You have?
Well, what are you waiting for? Get it over with.
I just want to know what I should do with the gem.
The Lahmar gem.
Yeah, right here in my pocket.
I thought you were one of the assassins.
Oh, assassin.
Not me. I never inhaled.
So, you were sent in my place?
Yeah. You could hardly make the trip to Ireland in your condition. What should I do with the gem?
Deliver it to the Grand Master. Quickly. Tell him that I have found the tripod. Right here in Paris.
You have it?
Not yet.
I know where the tripod is. It's in the museum.
Taken care of. I hired a couple of stooges with a flair for petty crime.
Would that be Flap and Guido by any chance?
You
Didn't the assassin also hire
We've
them?
met. What about the Hashashin?
is more likely to have followed Klausner. He'll stop at nothing to prevent the reforging of the sword.
And that's bad, is it?
As
Is this the first time they mentioned the sword?
he is gone off to Syria on a wild goose chase.
They have geese in Syria?
He has a theory about the location of That's enough excitement for one day, Monsieur Marquet. What are you doing here?
Talking to this patient, of course.
Monsieur Marquet is my patient.
Has he just
If
died?
Herr Hagenmeyer was to hear that,
Okay, I'm going. I'd learned all I could from Marquet anyhow.
Ah, there you are, sir. I was just coming to look for you. I finished with your pressure gauge.
Thanks, Bunny.
What's that noise? It sounds as if someone's having a cardiac arrest.
It's all right. The doctor's in there with him.
Are you sure he was a doctor?
Oui, monsieur. He showed me his ID. It was Dr. Braille.
There's no Dr. Braille working here.
He's an imposter. The door's locked. Help me, officer.
Stand back, monsieur.
Whoa. He's got a gun?
I found Jacques Marquet.
Did he talk?
Yeah, he talked. For the very
Well, I mean,
last
isn't
time.
anyone going to try and revive
He's
him?
dead.
Yeah, killed in cold
he is in a
blood by
hospital.
bogus doctor.
That's despicable. What kind of guy would pass himself off as a doctor and take advantage of a dying man?
An
Was
assassin.
it Khan?
No, I don't know who he was, but it certainly wasn't Khan. He got away out the window. Have you ever heard of the Hashi Ashin?
No.
Marquet said that they were his biggest enemy.
I thought he was saying
His
assassin.
biggest enemy was the bogus doctor.
Don't remind me. That guy was
Hashi
evil.
Hashin.
He had wild, staring eyes like a dead fish. I'll never trust a doctor again. Do you think the assassin was responsible for killing Marquet?
I don't think so. He could have finished him off the first time. Besides, Marquet would have recognized him.
He was pumped to the gills with sedatives. He wouldn't have recognized the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse unless they'd introduced themselves. Can you think of any use for this?
That's a thing for measuring blood pressure, isn't it? What are you doing with that?
I picked it up in the hospital. It could be useful.
You ought to take it back. Don't you feel guilty?
No. I guess I'd better go back and talk to that weirdo.
Which one, Rosso or Sergeant Mu? Oh, but you're referring to Andre.
I'll let you work it out.
Well, Andre is not that weird. I've already talked to Rosso more than... I don't think there's anything left to say to Rosso. Let's go to Andre then. Wait, we gave Andre this address, so he said he was going to meet us here. When is that going to happen? Let's go talk to him. So let's save.
You have left it very late, monsieur.
Late for what?
Anything. I am closing the museum soon. You wouldn't like to get locked in. I can tell you. Not in this gallery.
Why not?
It is haunted, monsieur.
You don't believe in
All
ghosts,
the
surely.
statues come to
Oh,
life.
yes, I do.
Night in the museum.
7 years ago, a lad managed to hide in here. He'd made a bet with his friends, I suppose. When I found him in the morning, he was cold as ice and stiff as a board.
Well, what was the cause of death?
They said it was a brain tumor. But on his face was
What?
a look of stark, desperate terror, such as
think-
I have never
What, are
seen.
we going to hide in the sarcophagus?
Scary. I found this gem at a medieval site in Ireland.
That means nothing to me, monsieur.
How did you manage to get this job?
I had the right qualifications. A military manner, squeaky shoes, and an irrational hatred of children.
Does this apparatus mean anything to you?
No.
Thanks.
Okay. Got a tripod there. I have a feeling we want to steal it. Uh-oh.
As I reached toward the display case, a shrill piping filled. I froze, then tried to get myself together and act nonchalantly.
Eh, no. No, monsieur.
No.
What's wrong?
You must not handle the exhibits.
I'm sorry.
Where was the alarm? Alright, this guy. Let's talk to this guy again. He was supposed to meet us, wasn't he?
Hi, Andre.
Hello, Georgie.
George is fine.
Have you ever heard of the Hashashin?
Why, yes, it was a radical Muslim sect whose name became synonymous with murder. It was formed in 11th century Persia, shortly before the Crusades.
At roughly the same time as the Templars.
Yes, they gave a new word to our language, Assassini, the assassin.
So we got the Templars and the Assassins. Huh. Sounds familiar.
How did the assassins get their name?
From the legend surrounding the secrets of their initiation rites. A young man who sought to join the sect was given hashish until he drifted into dreams. He awoke to find himself in a fabulous garden with everything he could wish for. The freshest water, the most delicious food, the choicest hash, and the most delectable women imaginable.
Cool. Do you have the address?
I haven't finished the story. There was a price to pay for this taste of paradise.
Wouldn't you just know it?
The young man would wake the next day to find himself back in the real world. He was told that he'd been given a glimpse of the heaven reserved for holy martyrs. A heaven he would enjoy for eternity if he was willing to join the Hashashin.
So they were called the Hashashin because of the hashish?
How did the assassins operate?
Well, as I explained, the new recruits would be only too willing to die for the cause. They'd be instructed in the use of the dagger, poisons, and disguise. Then, the Grand Master of the sect would name an enemy of Allah.
And they'd stop at nothing to eliminate that enemy.
You got it. They were fearless and deadly.
Does the cult of the assassins still exist?
Take a look around at the world today. You tell me.
I don't know.
I think you ought to know that the tripod is going to be stolen.
The Lochman tripod? No.
It's true. I can give you a description of the thieves.
Before the supposed event has taken place?
Yes.
I heard them planning the raid.
They're wasting their time. The tripod is protected by a state-of-the-art alarm system.
Well, don't say I didn't warn you. Why don't you loan the tripod to me for safekeeping?
Because I'd never see it again.
Well, don't you trust me?
It's not a question of trust, George. That tripod is hundreds of years old and extremely fragile.
I get your point.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any use for this, Andre?
Sure.
Does this matchbook mean anything to you?
Alamut is the name of the place where the Hashashin
Alamut
were
sounds
based.
like some sort of Arabic.
Where is it?
Somewhere in what used to be called Persia. I'm not too hot on modern geography, I'm afraid. The most recent map I have shows America as an English colony.
Persia? Do you want to go to Iran?
Do you have any use for this, Andre? Thanks for your help, Andre.
You're welcome.
Can we go into the other sarcophagus? Nah, he's gonna see us. Oh.
Don't even think of climbing in them. You'll be suffocated.
I always wondered how it felt to be...
Maybe I should have a chat with, I forgot her name. What's with this window?
Through the grimy glass, I could see several large shapes in a gloomy room. What they were, I couldn't imagine. There was no obvious way.
Okay. Or maybe go to the police as well. See if there's any new options here. Because we just had someone die in the hospital.
Excuse me.
What do you...
Have you ever heard of the Hashashin, Sergeant?
What was that?
The cult of the assassins.
What are you trying to say, Stobart?
That the clown is a member of that cult.
I see. And what proofs do you have?
Proof? I arrived at my conclusion through logical deduction and...
Pseudo-intellectual people. Leave the investigation of crime to those who know best. The police.
Well, you guys closed the case, so...
Is Rosso here?
Yes?
Yes, I do.
One more. Stobart is here to see you, monsieur.
Did he say what it was about?
No, monsieur.
Very well. What now, monsieur?
No more options. Okay.
So long, Inspector.
Alright. Price is lower than any competitor, you say?
Hi.
Hello, George.
God damn it, I can't even click ban because Twitch has an advert for guest star hovering over it. I can't get rid of the advert. There we go. No. God damn it. Twitch, I don't want to use guest star. What is guest star? There we go.
Labino explained who the Hashashin were.
Yeah?
The cult of the assassins.
Oh, boy.
Okay.
Let's take another...
Hang on. I think we've already discussed most of the thing.
That's the tripod. That's the...
Alright. Nothing else to say here. The guy from the museum said he wanted to come here, but...
Can you think...
That's it. What are you?
I picked it up.
You?
But he hasn't come, so...
I have to go.
Okay.
Can we go to the airport then? Let's see if I can fly somewhere new. No. Okay, so we've still got... Oh, we can go back to the cafe. This old place. Let's see what's going on here. That's his phone.
It was a tent made... It was a huge and...
Can we still talk to this guy? Not that he's really going to be any use. We can?
Hello again.
Yes.
Does this medical...
Uh,
Does the name...
No.
I don't think there's any reason to talk to this guy.
Do you recognize the...
Yes, I do.
Did I show...
We miss.
Okay.
I have to be...
Good luck.
It's all boarded up now. I don't think there's any reason to be here. Although it's interesting that it's still on the map. Suppose we could just have...
The window was protected...
one more look in the sewers, I guess. If it's... Because it's strange that we're still able to come here. Almost indicates that they still want us to take one thing from here, maybe? I don't know. I don't think so, though.
The rusty railing...
Whatever. And then this takes me to the area up here. There's no reason to be here, let's just leave.
It looked like some kind of antiquated...
What's... Can't go in there, can we? Oh no.
Hello again.
Yes.
I have to...
Good luck.
Alright. Let's go back to... Maupassant.
Hello again.
Hello?
What do you think of this?
A black...
Don't you want to know why I'm carrying it?
No! I might get a reputation.
I've shown you this
We...
Does this matchbook...
The pattern look beyond that.
Have you seen...
No.
I believe him.
Oh,
Is that all you...
but it didn't...
I'll see you...
We...
Alright, well we can't go down the manhole because he's looking. Somehow need to distract him. And then over here,
I didn't have time.
what have we got here? Just chairs, which it has an action symbol for some reason. What would we want to do with the chairs? Take their blood pressure? Don't know. And if we go over here, this statue. Something about this statue. Oh, I didn't see this symbol before.
Per disciplinum meum lux videbis.
Huh.
A bit of a stained glass window. Wow. Hoping for a big insight while squinting through a hunk of statuary had been pretty optimistic, I guess. A scroll was a symbol of sky.
So he looked through the scroll.
I didn't recognize the biblical story. A huge stained glass.
That's interesting.
A bit of a stained glass window. Wow. Hoping had.
What if we were to, like, stick the gem on the end or something? Move it? Can we move it?
The statue had any secrets. It was a statue of a.
The staff?
A statue.
So we can look through the scroll. Maybe we...
A bit of a stained glass
Is he
window.
pointing down?
Wow.
The stained glass
Hoping
window
for a
guy is
big
pointing
insight
down.
while squinting through had been.
Something...
Carrying all that armor. A stone. I didn't recognize. I didn't.
Well...
In comparison to its neighbor, an enormous.
Why the chairs interactable as well? That's strange.
A row of old pews. I thought of all the people, all
Oh
those
no, not
Paris
this again.
that. Whoa!
Why does he say that? That's so weird. What else?
I couldn't open it with my bare.
Yeah, so we can't really... Unless we get rid of the policeman. What would get rid of him? Making him do actual police work? I think the most direct thing we're trying to do now is get the tripod, isn't it?
High above me was a window.
Why? What do you mean high above you? Why just that section there? Is that one open?
I tried to raise the glass cover of the case. The case contains some... They look to me like broken. Above them, a sign. There was nothing in... The case contained the tripod shown on the manuscript. It was a statue from... The statue didn't deserve... Pardon me?
Oui, monsieur?
What can you tell me about the collection of coins?
A rare example of silver coin. That little old lay buried for sale. They're unique.
What can you tell me about...
A rare that little...
Why are we able to...
What can you tell me about the...
Those are remains of the past.
When did they move...
15,000 years. Didn't even have...
I thought the original inhabitants of...
That is right. You see, a few fleet, naturally.
I guess they must...
Yeah, oui.
You don't know the first thing about...
No.
What can you tell...
That yeah.
Have you ever heard...
Oh, no.
Did I show...
Yes, you did.
Do you recognize...
No, miss.
I guess not. Does this...
No.
Thanks. Hi, Andre.
Hello.
I'd like to...
Not.
Are you sure you don't know where Alamut is?
Positive.
Are you sure?
Positive.
Do you recognize this white...
No.
What do you...
Inter...
From a dig?
Vraiment? I didn't realize...
Does the guy in this...
No.
Ugh.
Thanks for your help.
You're well...
The case contained the...
Now, what did I tell you?
Was it you...
Not quite, monsieur.
Oh, yeah. It was a tapestry of a lady, a lion, and a unicorn. If I'd had more time, touching an object is rare. The totem pole looked
Watch out! Watch out!
Interesting. Well, that might be what we want to do. Have it topple down onto the glass. Do we want to stand on the other side?
Watch out!
So when he's not looking, we can fiddle around with it.
The totem pole looked distinctly out. It was a tapestry of a lady. If I'd had more time.
Can we get in here while his back is turned?
Do you have a fetish of...
I just love this.
No, monsieur.
Can we not? Oh, okay.
Okay.
He always sees you.
It was a stone carving. It was an ancient... High above me was a window.
Where exactly is that window from the outside? Can we... It's on that side there.
A real macho guy would have plunged access to the side and rear of the museum.
Dense clump of bushes. Set fire to them. We don't have matches. We've got a window here.
There was no eye through the grind. What they were.
Smash them. I don't know. He said he's closing up, so I feel like we're supposed to hide in the sarcophagus.
Pardon me.
Oui, monsieur.
What can you tell?
Ah, that... Yeah, you need...
Would you like to...
Another one?
Does this...
No, it...
What do you...
It...
Thanks. There was nothing in the air. It was a large...
Watch out!
The totem pole looked distinctly... The attendant had a...
Watch out!
There's really nothing else to talk to them about, is there?
Hi, Andre.
Hello,
Are you
positive.
Alamut. Well, why can't I just look up where Alamut is and go there?
Thanks for your help.
You're welcome.
Can we... Let's ask the police officer, or the guy at the reception again. Because he said he's an expert on matches. But he already analyzed our matchbox. But maybe if we just ask him about Alamut specifically. But why would... I don't know.
Excuse me.
What do you want?
Does this match...
That's a double line. Now,
Really?
I haven't seen a reinforced...
It's...
In this part, there are only 3 places.
See you later.
Is there anyone new we can call? I haven't tried the phone in a while. Be
No
tortured.
point in phoning that.
Nicole? I haven't phoned
Hello?
Nicole in a while.
It's George. I'm not...
Neither am I.
Well, that's not helpful. Maybe ask... Nicole about the matches?
Hi.
Hello, Joe.
Did I show you this map?
Huh?
Labino says that Alamut is where the assassins were based.
Is that so?
Yeah. I wish I knew what the connection was.
That's it. That's all we say.
Did I show...
Yes, Joe.
Let's take another look. That's the tripod in the crew museum. That's the gem that Pegram found. There's a woman looking at her, but the night scroll bears a phrase in Latin. Through my teachings, you will be enlightened.
Through my teachings, you'll be enlightened. Look through the scroll. And you'll be enlightened? What does that mean?
There's a guy working on a loom.
I don't still have my torch.
There's a guy with a sword and a bull. Between them is a gem support.
Look through my through my teachings, you'll be enlightened. Maybe we go back there.
Do you want to look at?
No.
This is the tool
Yeah.
I have to go.
Okay.
This lady is still here. Should we talk to her again?
They were lilies, or pretty, I guess. Me? I inhaled deeply. Oh, hi.
Hello.
Have you seen anyone out here watching Mademoiselle Collar's apartment?
Oh, that's an interesting
Yes, I have.
option.
A strange man, tall and thin as a broomstick. He kept his face hidden, but I saw his eyes peering.
Oh, is this
from
the museum
deep
guy?
under the slits.
How was he dressed?
A long brown raincoat with a hat.
Or like Humphrey Bogart?
Yes, but he didn't have Bogart's charisma. Besides, this guy looked like he needed a toilet. You never saw Bogart clenching his buttocks like that.
Interesting.
Do you recognize...
No, dear.
Do you recognize...
No.
What do you make...
Very nice.
There's nothing more we can ask her about that.
What does this app...
The last time I saw one of those, the doctor told me
How come?
I can see.
Would you like to...
No, I would.
What can you...
Nothing.
Does this match...
No. There's no such place as the Club à la Mue in Paris.
Does this...
No.
What do you mean?
Is it something a dentist would use?
No. It's for...
For me.
Can you tell...
I can tell it doesn't belong.
How come?
Give me some credit. If you're an electrician...
You're a remark... Do you reckon...
No.
Interesting.
See you later.
That's right.
So she saw a guy hanging around here. Should I tell Nicole about that? Was it the museum guy? Because we gave the museum guy the address.
Hi.
Hello, Joe.
no option to talk
I
about
have to
that.
go.
Okay.
Okay. Should I call this guy out because he's been creeping about? Or should I report it to the police? And I'm thinking of just kind of more obscure options, but I don't think any of them are... I mean, this guy doesn't... I don't see him wearing a trench coat.
Hi, Andre.
Hello.
No. No, I think the person stalking her is one of the gangsters, maybe. I don't know.
Are you
Positive.
Thanks for your help.
You're well.
Alright, let's go to the police one more time, see if we can bring to their attention that someone has been creeping around Nicole's apartment. I don't think they'll care.
Excuse.
What the...
Is Rosso?
Yes?
Yes, I do.
One moment. Stop office.
Did he say...
No.
Very well. What now?
Nothing.
Does this match?
You all right?
Alright, bye.
So long and... The matchbook bore a pattern of swirl.
We definitely can't go anywhere else. Why are we still able to go back to the cafe? That's strange. Right. I mean, this is a place we've not actually achieved anything at yet.
Hello again.
Hello?
I'll... An architectural echo. I did.
So it's through my teachings. So we look through the scroll.
Per disciplinum. A bit of a stained glass window. Wow.
Is that it?
Hoping for a big insight while squinting through a hunk of statuary had been pretty optimistic, I guess. A scroll was a symbol of...
Well... I don't know.
A statue of a... Well, I could have just taken the end off the staff, but I wanted to be sure what I'd be getting out of vandalizing a church, other than deported. On the end of the staff was some kind of disc with a cross on it. Around the base of the disc was a hairline crack.
What?
Well, I could, but I wanted other than... The statue had any secret.
Well, that's something. What? What am I actually supposed to click on? This bit here.
On the end of the... Around the base of the disc was a...
Hairline crack. What? Ugh.
Well, I could have just taken the end
Just
off the
do it.
staff. But I wanted to be sure what I'd be getting out of vandalizing a church, other than
What do you mean, wanted to be sure? What? Isn't that what we're here for?
The statue had... The statue... A bit of a stained glass window. Wow! Hoping for a big
What is this pink thing?
I didn't recognize the biblical... I didn't recognize... A huge stained glass...
Goodness sake. Do I want a hint? Yeah, I think I've tried everything I can think of here. Sure. It looks like that guy is pointing down. Don't see anything underneath him though.
I didn't recognize the biblical story in it. A huge stained glass window formed a carrying all that armor around. A stone knight.
The answer should be in the museum. Alright. Let me look at this one more time.
Per disciplinum meum lux. A bit of a stained glass window. Wow.
I guess I probably want to ask the guy
Hoping
about the
had been...
disc with the cross on it. It's a bit annoying that he doesn't want to touch it until he knows what he's getting into. That hasn't stopped you so far, George. Hello, Ritalin, huh?
Pardon me.
Oui, monsieur?
What can you tell me about the...
A rare example of silver coinage that little old lay buried for yeah.
Just talking about that.
Thanks for your...
The disc was just a... It was just a disc with a very plain cross on it, wasn't it? It's a bit of a pixel hunt. There should be an interactable rod next to the window. Oh, I think I saw that the first time I came to the museum.
The rod turned smoothly, and the window above me opened.
Ugh. Okay.
High above me was a window. The window was wide open.
Now the window's open.
Don't open it!
Wonder what that does.
As I reached toward the display case, a shrill piping filled the air. I froze, then tried to get...
No, monsieur. No, no.
Oh!
Okay.
He goes and closes the window again. Hang on. Let's see if he does that again. Alright, that's kind of dumb, but fine. Because I definitely tried that while he had his back turned to me, but seems he only has his back turned to you properly when he does that.
More than enough for me. I can't wait to get home and put my feet up.
Eh bien, see you tomorrow.
Good night, monsieur.
Yeah, I think I toggled the... I think the first time I came to the museum I fiddled around with the rod, but every time he saw me, so I just assumed you couldn't actually do anything with it. Okay.
Hey, Guido! Look at this!
Quit fooling around, you moron! Get your ass over here and bring that flashlight.
I have a feeling I might want to save here, because this could end in my death. Push the totem on them.
What the... Who's there?
Let's get out of here!
Brilliant.
And when I woke up, I was at the police station. Luckily, I managed to persuade Rosso I was innocent.
Poor Georges.
What a mess.
Poor
I
Georges.
bungled the whole thing.
I don't think so. You made a pretty good job of distracting those two crooks.
Yeah, but the killer got away with the tripod.
No, he didn't. He's not the only one who can dress up in costume.
What?
You mean
Really?
it was you who stole the tripod? Oh, hell,
You could have
Nico.
filled me in on
I
this,
could have been
Nicole, then we
shot.
could have worked together on
Dogs
this.
are more likely to shoot their own feet.
I just wish you'd told me your plans. We're supposed to be in this together.
Yeah, we are.
How come you dressed up like a pantomime cat?
Don't sulk, Georgie, please.
Oh, rats. And don't call me Georgie.
Oh, I really thought you'd be pleased.
Journalist and a cat burglar.
After
What a
Raffi
catch.
set the tripod. Aren't you going to try putting the gem on the tripod?
I guess so. Nothing happened.
Yeah.
The gem fits perfectly, but what does
You
that
expecting
prove?
something to happen? Really? We're gonna carry the tripod everywhere with us?
Maybe the tripod has to be in a certain location.
There's nothing on the manuscript to indicate where, though, is there?
Oh, by the way, I had a visit from André Lobineau.
Oh, yeah. I hope you didn't mind me giving him your address.
Not at all. It was lovely to see him again. He was over the moon when I showed him the manuscript. It's not often he gets that excited. He made a sketch of the Knight's crest to take back to the museum. I believe he's identified the family who bear that crest.
I sure hope so.
I guess I want to go talk to Andre then.
What do you think the purpose of this tripod is?
On the manuscript, the gem...
So, we risked a criminal charge to steal a display stand?
Don't ask me. Maybe it's intended to hold the gem in a specific position.
Okay.
I have to go.
Already?
Time and...
Between
Okay.
between a knight and a bull? Okay, so I'm surprised the police let us go. They're not that fond of us. Alright, so alright, we'll talk to Andre first, that's the most pressing thing. We've got the tripod on our person. It looks like they fixed everything pretty well.
Hi, Andre.
Hello.
What's with the long face?
Haven't you heard? The tripod was stolen.
No kidding.
I just don't get it. So many other treasures, and the thieves choose the tripod.
A modern-day alchemist, perhaps?
Who knows? There's no shortage of crazies in Paris. Hey, I visited Nicole's apartment.
Yeah, she told me you came by.
Ooh,
Tourists gonna get
what
robbed.
a fine Georgie boy.
They do
I
in
didn't
Europe.
expect anything
Well, they do
quite
in
so
France.
Sexy.
I hope you're referring to the manuscript.
Oui, of course.
In fact, Paris in particular has a huge pickpocketing problem. Dare I show him the tripod?
Oh, Andre,
Oui,
what would you say if I told you I knew who'd taken the tripod?
I'd call the police and have them arrested.
That's what I thought.
Who was it?
Oh, I don't know, really. It was just a hypothetical question.
That's too bad. If I could get my hands on a thief, I'd wring his neck.
Oh, you were joking, okay. Well, it differs between places. Like, here in Asia, tourists actually get left alone. No one dares mess with tourists, like in Thailand, for instance. So, they wouldn't dare steal from a tourist because they actually get into way more trouble than if they had stolen from another local.
What did you make of the manuscript?
It dates from the time of the Crusades.
We guessed that from the Templar seal.
It's a story and pictures like a modern-day comic book.
My friend who lives in Mexico also says, like, his family lives in the town where there's a very heavy cartel presence, but the cartels never touch the tourists. Like, all you have to do if you want the cartels to leave you alone, just say you're a tourist. Like they never want anything to do with the tourists, or they don't want to get the police snooping around. But yeah, not in Europe. Yeah.
What story does the manuscript tell?
I don't know. It was probably produced for the tourist market.
Tourists?
Oh, oui, pilgrims in their thousands on their way to Jerusalem. The tourist trade is nothing new, you know. It's been around for centuries. Ever since Joshua made a packet selling souvenir bricks from the walls of Jericho.
Have you deciphered any of the images on the manuscript?
There's very little I can be sure about. The slang of the bull could be a reference to Mithras.
Who's he?
A Persian god, almost as popular as Christ at one time. The only thing I can be sure of is the knight. He's Spanish.
How can you tell that?
The writing on the shield, the reference to Ave Maria. No self-respecting knight from Northern Europe would have borne a coat of arms like that.
So could it be like we placed the tripod halfway between Spain and Persia?
Can you identify the knight's coat of arms?
I already did, Georgie. He's a member of the De Vasconcelos family from the Costa Calida.
Were they famous?
No, they're not mentioned after the 15th century.
Oh.
The spotlight of history moved on. They're probably long dead.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think the manuscript could be the map to the Templar treasure?
Frankly, no. That's too far-fetched. The manuscript is interesting enough and a rare find, but that's all.
Wouldn't it be terrific if it was a map, though? The treasure of the Knights Templar.
A romantic notion, Georgie, but extremely improbable.
I can give you permission to call me Georgie.
Are you sure you don't?
Positive.
Okay then.
Thanks for your help on...
You're well.
Pardon me?
Oui, monsieur? Oh, it's you. Well, what do you want now? You're not going to try to hide in that closet again, are you?
I hear your tripod was stolen.
Nothing travels faster than bad news. It is true. It happened last night. I always said that alarm was no good.
Well, I mean, of course the alarm is no good if there's no one around to hear it.
What can you tell me about the collection of coins?
A rare example of silver coinage from the reign that lived. Yeah.
Okay.
Do you recognize this tripod?
Whoa!
It is vaguely familiar.
I should think it is.
Very similar to the one which we used to have here at the museum. In fact,
That's what I thought.
but this is obviously a poor copy.
Right.
I was worried we might get thrown in jail or something and get a game over. Okay, well, I think I've
Thanks for your help.
got enough information out of these guys. So he... Can we combine these? No. Alright, maybe that's... He's told us about the cross and the symbols, so maybe we can go to the church now? I do wonder why the cafe is still accessible. Now there's this going on.
I had no desire to talk to the crowd. Hey, you with the balls.
Would you like a red nose?
Look, a red nose.
Oh, you say, whoop-de-doo.
What do you know about the Knights Templar?
Le Templier? Ah, the last Grand Master, Jacques du Molay, was burnt. On an island in the Seine in 1314.
Wow. You're pretty well educated for a juggler.
No, monsieur. I read it on that board over there.
How did you learn to be a juggler?
Juggler? What is this juggler?
It's you. You juggle, that makes you a juggler.
No, I am a jongleur.
A jongler? What's that?
Mon Dieu. A jongleur is an artist.
Sometimes,
A master of the
I mean, I assume
choreography,
story-wise we're
the
speaking in
story.
French, aren't we? It's a bit weird that everyone's speaking English.
The courts of the crowned heads of
So
Europe
some of these
and
things don't
the
make sense
jongleurs,
if we were
with
actually
the
speaking
erudite
French.
men to whom the monarchs turned in their hours of need.
Wait a minute, wait. Let me get this straight.
No, I guess we are
Our
speaking in
enemies are
English.
at the borders. Plague ravages the land, and the peasants are revolting.
Just for some reason,
Thank
everyone in
God
Paris
we've
speaks
got
English.
Chuckles the jongler to throw his balls around. I don't think so.
For plot purposes.
That juggling doesn't look so difficult.
Oh, it does not, does it not? Perhaps you feel you could do better, no?
I'll give it a try.
Be my guest.
I had no idea what I
Am I
was
gonna
doing.
purposely drop
But
a
this
ball
guy
down
was
the manhole
obviously
so
an idiot, so how difficult could it be?
I have an excuse to go down there?
A lot more difficult than I thought. That's how difficult. Still, it was my big chance to be derided by complete strangers.
Not so easy after all, is it?
No, I guess not.
Interesting.
This gadget,
I do not.
well, I'm not selling it, I just want to...
It is.
It didn't seem right to fry somebody's palm when they make their living with their hands.
Alright then.
Catch you later.
Au revoir.
What happens if I just try to open the manhole? I think the policeman will still see me.
Hey, you! What do you think you are doing? Leave that.
Can we get the tourist to stand in between
Sorry,
the policeman
no
and
harm
us?
intended.
You.
There was a small crowd of 5 sightseers. It's a weird thing, but you can take the most intelligent people in the world, put them in their vacation duds, and hey presto, they look like morons. Why is that? I had no desire to... An architectural...
These balls are actually part of his sprite. Can talk to the
An
balls.
architectural echo. The juggler was good. Why he couldn't put that kind of application into getting a real job, I had no idea. Maybe he just liked dressing up
Who
like a
knows?
horse's
Maybe he
ass.
gets paid a lot for this. Sometimes tourists just give them a lot of money.
Hello again, officer.
Hello again. Ah, you are a clown.
Are we finally finding a use for this red nose?
Do I look like a clown?
No, although you juggle like one. Now, if I'd known you were a clown, it would have been amusing, and not a humiliation for you.
What do you mean?
Who ever heard of a plainclothes clown?
He had a point. So you're saying that if I juggle badly with a red nose, I'd be the king of comedy. But if I juggle badly without it...
You look like a pathetic loon. Oui, monsieur, you have it.
Oh, okay.
What do you think of the juggler?
Can I put my red nose on then?
He is excellent, most watchable.
But he's blocking the thoroughfare and obstructing traffic.
So? He is amusing. The traffic isn't. If he wants to block it, who am I to say no?
You're a cop.
Ah, oui. So I am. Ah, well.
So you're not gonna do anything about this guy?
No.
He probably doesn't even have a license.
Ah, a license. This I had not considered.
So what are you gonna do?
Yeah,
The instant I return
I
to
can't
the
think of any reason
station,
why
I shall
I
check
want to get rid of the
Return to
juggler
the
anyway.
station? Why not just ask him?
and spoil his concentration.
Oh,
What
because I
kind
want
of
to
a
take over his
barbarian
job?
do you take me for?
Or that would also get rid of the policeman if he were to take the juggler away.
Does this red note?
No.
I'll see you around.
We
Can we...
It was a bright red
put the nose on and have another go at the juggling?
Hi again.
Oui?
Look,
Are you...
Not sure. Well, I don't really have the option to do that. So...
I'd like to have another
You have gone on a crash?
No.
Huh?
Allow me to demonstrate. The balls, please.
If you insist on completing your humiliation, monsieur.
Put the red nose on.
Okay, now for my secret weapon. The juggler was speechless with rage. You could have mistaken him for a mime. And without a word, he collected his balls and left in a fury.
Okay.
Hey, you forgot one of your balls. Hey! But he didn't hear. Better still, deprived of his entertainment, the gendarme decided maybe he ought to do some policing for a change.
I mean, the gendarme was happy to sit there when there was no one around. Okay, whatever.
There was a small crowd of... It's a weird thing. Put them... They look like... I had no desire.
Okay, they're still here. Guess we can go down now. Yeah, the crowd is... They might disappear when I go back up, maybe. What have we got here? It's the sewer level. Oh, we've already had a sewer level. Been in the sewers multiple times.
A weird little boat lay tied up. I guess they used it to get maintenance crews around. Either that or the Phantom of the Opera was somewhere near. The wall had flaked, and anything once written on it had lost. There were 3 arches. The inscription was hard to read, but I made out Templier and something about innocence.
Mm-hmm.
Close up, I could see a faded inscription. My medieval French isn't much, but the few words I understood seemed to say, "This is where the gallows used to stand." Maybe.
Can we operate this boat then? Oh, wait. What was that? Oh. Got the hook. What can we hook it to? Hmm. Over there? Or can we attach it to an object that we have? Like a ball? Doesn't really make sense. And what is... we can't get there, can we? Let's just see what he says.
Okay, it's long jump time.
I guess I
Here
can do
goes.
this with the hook. Or not.
Do I look crazy or something? If I wanted to get deeper into these catacombs, I was going to have to get onto that path. If the near edge hadn't crumbled away, I could have jumped it easily. Now, I wasn't so sure. The recent showers had made the levels rise a little, but at least the place didn't smell so much.
Yeah, we want to get the hook over there, don't we? We might need something. Maybe we come back.
On the boat was a winching machine.
Is that all there is? Can the boat...
On the boat, a weird little boat lay tied up. Either that or the Phantom.
And if we do that, I just... I see.
The hook was held.
Alright, then we'll come back. Something that can attach to the hook, but it's sort of heavy, I guess. Chuck it across, and then... Or maybe we can hook it onto those transcripts and pull them down or something. Right, are we willing to take the cross off now?
Well, I could have just taken the end off the staff, but I wanted to be sure
Oh, what?
I'd be getting it other than deported. Per disciplinum, a bit of a stained glass window.
Mm-hmm.
Hoping for a big
Maybe I should go back to Nicole after my visit with Andre.
I didn't have time.
Oh, can we place the... Well...
I didn't have time to sit around.
Can we put the tripod in front of the... would that make sense? I can't even get over there. There we go. Well, it's... Oh, I mean, the manuscript sort of indicates that you should put the tripod with the bull and the knight. Yeah, no. Creepy tourists just standing there. Alright, we'll leave them to it. Okay, let's talk to Nicole. We should probably also stop by the police station. We haven't talked to them in a while, and all that's happened. And there's nowhere new to travel to, is there? Oh! Oh, Spain. Okay. Not yet. Let me just talk to... In fact, I should probably end the stream there. So Spain will be the new place we visit. Alright, we'll just see if there's anything new to talk about, both with Nicole and the police officer, and then...
It's me again.
Hi, George.
Look, about that tripod.
I hope you're still not angry with me.
Oh no, not really.
Why would I be angry? We've got the tripod now.
That was some feat.
Why are we on her
Skylight,
couch?
I mean.
I haven't done anything like that since I was at school.
You were great. But next time you plan a stunt like that, please warn me.
Yeah, please do.
Would you like this juggling ball?
Have you been drinking, George?
No, why?
Because you're talking crap.
Let's take another... The Night Scroll bears a phrase in Latin. Through... That's the...
Alright, well... I mean... Okay.
I have to go.
Okay.
Nothing new here.
It was the bright red ball I'd got from the juggler.
What are we going to use a bright red ball for? We still have the red nose.
Excuse me.
I think we've
Stop
probably...
up! I did not expect to see you so...
Inspector Rosso was...
Ah, yes. You were accidentally trapped in an Egyptian sarcophagus.
It could happen to anyone.
Indeed. As could being knocked unconscious by a wooden salmon. What do you want now?
Look what I found, Sergeant Moo.
It is a ball. The ball of a child.
You're half right, but this is...
Don't tell me.
The juggler? Who's he?
The most cunning circus performer turned pickpocket in Paris. He mesmerizes his audience with
Aha.
an unarguably talented but mind-numbing display of
We
juggling,
thwarted the
while his
pickpocket.
accomplice goes through the crowd and empties their pockets. I thought we'd seen the last of him.
Alright. Let's talk
Is
to
Rosso
Rosso.
here?
Yes, he is. You wish to speak to him?
Yes.
Yes, I do.
One moment, monsieur. It's Stobart, monsieur.
Thank you.
I think he wants to talk to me this time, because he didn't ask what is it about.
What now, monsieur?
Yeah. Never mind then.
So long and...
Okay, so I think I've done everything I can do here, or I mean, they've given us the option to go to Spain, so we might as well just go do that. And then I think we'll deal with that next time. Villa de Vasconcelos. Ave Maria. Alright, I'll save here then. That's been... This isn't my third stream, so that's like... If it's like 3 or 4 hours per stream, then that's probably been around 14, 15 hours. So far. I don't know how much more there is. I have a feeling we go to somewhere in the Middle East as well. That Club Alamut or whatever. Alright then. Alright, thanks for watching. See you, Wugger. See you, Ritalenha, next time. I think the day after tomorrow.